Hello students, welcome to next lecture, video lecture. This is the 6th video lecture for Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. We are going to study the synthesis of polyesters. Polyesters, that means it is a polymer of esters. That means ester functional group is present n times in the molecule. Number of examples are there for polyester polymer, but we are going to study the terylene polymer. Terylene, it is a polymer obtained by polymerization of the DMT and ethylene glycol. This DMT stands for dimethyl terephthalate. It is an ester of terephthalic acid and it reacts with ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol is a vicinal diol. Now we are going to study this synthesis of terylene. Okay. DMT, its structure is ethylene glycol. It is a vicinal diol. Two hydroxyl groups are present on adjacent carbons, therefore it is called as a vicinal diol. Terylene, it is obtained from polymerization of these two compounds. Okay. Now this synthesis, it is carried out in two steps. Step first is this ethylene glycol, and this one is a DMT, that is dimethyl terephthalate, two methylene groups, and this one is a ester of terephthalic acid, another molecule of ethylene glycol. In this reaction, what happens? The trans-esterification takes place. That means initially this one is an ester and the product formed is also new ester. That means conversion of one ester into another ester. Therefore, it is called as a trans-esterification. What happens in this process? That means this hydroxyl group combines with methyl group of DMT. Another hydroxyl group of ethylene glycol combines with another CH3 of DMT. Removal of CH3OH takes place and the new product is formed. Only what you have to do, you have to remove this CH3 and OH, and connect the remaining part. The structure will be like this. This is the product formed after trans-esterification. This one is another ester which is just the substituted product from this DMT. Now in step second, this compound, it is used in number of molecules. This trans ester, it is used n times and you will get the product. The product formed, it is obtained after heating at 446 kelvins. Obviously the reaction takes place in presence of inert atmosphere of nitrogen. To avoid the combustion process, we are using the nitrogen. That means that atmosphere must be free from oxygen. Now what happens? One part, this one hydrogen, it is eliminated, and another part from this one. That means the hydrogen from left side of the hydroxyl group, it combines with oxygen and this remaining part. Ethylene glycol is again given out and you will get the polymer which is like this. That means you have to start from this oxygen and remaining part you have to write in parenthesis bracket n times, and you have to remove the n times ethylene glycol. The structure of terylene polymer is like this. You have to remove only the hydrogen. This is the structure of terylene. we are going to start from this oxygen and up to this carbonyl group. That means this oxygen of first molecule links with carbonyl group of another molecule, so that you can get the ester. Therefore it is polyester. That means number of esteric functional groups are present in this molecule. It is also called as, pteryline is also called as dacron. The side product formed is, again you will get ethylene glycol as a side product. As in this reaction ethylene glycol is obtained as a side product, this is a condensation reaction. Therefore this polyesters or this pteryline, it is obtained by condensation reaction. Hence it is a condensation polymer. This pteryline, it has a high melting point. It is 265 degrees Celsius and it is resistant to water as well as acid. Therefore there is no any impact of acids, bases and water on the pteryline polymer. This pteryline polymer, it is used in the preparation of number of fabrics. Mostly pteryline is used in the preparation of blended fibers. That means when pteryline is blended with cotton, it forms the terrycot, as well as when it is blended with wool, it forms the terry wool. Both terrycot and terry wool are wrinkle free fabrics. Now the another part of this polyester is PET. That means polyethylene terephthalate. Again the same structure, it has the same structure, but it is a thermoplastic polymer. As like LDP, HDP, there are two different forms of the polyesters. Now this PET, polyethylene terephthalate, it is used as a thermoplastic polymer. This PET is used in making of many articles like bottles, as well as in preparation of jams, as well as preparing packaging materials, packaging containers. The next synthesis is of phenol formaldehyde and related polymers. From that, the first one is bakelite. Bakelite is the oldest synthetic polymer which has been prepared by man. It is made up of phenol and formaldehyde. Phenol and formaldehyde are the monomers of the bakelite polymer. It is obtained in 3 stages. In initial 2 stages, the reaction is carried out in presence of specific acids or bases as a catalyst, and in 3rd stage, what we have to do? We have to pass the monomer through the molds so that we can provide whatever the shape we want for this bakelite, and after that you will get the expected a proper molded bakelite polymer. These 3 stages we can discuss on this board. I am going to draw all these 3 stages and we can discuss it on board. The reaction takes place in these 3 stages. First stage, in this stage phenol reacts with formaldehyde in presence of a suitable catalyst, acidic or basic compound, acid or base. Now this formaldehyde reacts with this phenol and forms mixture of 3 compounds. That 3 compounds, what happen in these 3 compounds? That means only first ortho position is substituted, hydrogen is substituted by CH2OH, again ortho and para substituted product, and last one is both the ortho and para position substituted product. Now from these 3 products we are going to use only this as a starting material for stage 2. In stage 2, what happens? This first product, that is ortho isomer of this compound, is used for polymerization. N molecules of this compound is used for polymerization. Again in acidic medium, dehydration takes place, that means condensation, polymerization, to form a novolac. The novolac is the polymer. It is a straight chain polymer. It is not the branched chain or cross-linked polymer. it is a straight chain polymer. That means this molecule link to each other to form the straight chain polymer. This is called as novolac. This novolac is used as a pigment, colored pigment in preparation of number of oil paints. Next, in stage 3, what we are going to use, we have to use the particular mold for this stage 3. That means what shape we have to provide the bakelite. You have to prepare initially the mold. मराठीमध्ये त्याला आपण साचा असं म्हणतो. त्या साच्यामध्ये हा जो नोवलॅक आहे हा हाय टेम्परेचरला अप्रॉक्सिमेटली 126 to 146 डिग्री सेल्सिअस या टेम्परेचरला मोल्डमध्ये हा आपण पास करायचा आहे. Now what happens in stage 3? This novolac is heated and it forms a branch, or you can say it as a cross linked polymer. That means this molecule, that another molecule is a mirror image of this. That means two lines of novolac with mirror image, they link together through CH2. That means this one is the first layer running of the novolac and this one is the second layer running from the novolac. They link to each other by CH2 and you will get the symmetrical polymer which is known as a bakelite. You can get the fabric of this bakelite, and this bakelite is used in number of compounds or articles, and depending on that article we have to initially prepare the mold, and after that you will get the properly molded bakelite polymer. This bakelite is used as a substitute for glass, but glass is 100% transparent, but bakelite is not 100% transparent, but it is used as a substitute for glass, as well as it is used in the manufacturing of different articles, and that articles are used in everyday life. These articles are telephone instruments which are used in everyday life, as well as they are used as electric insulators and in kitchen wares. The next polymer, formaldehyde polymer, is melamine formaldehyde polymer. It is made up of two compounds. First one is a melamine, another one is a formaldehyde. This one is a structure of melamine in which aromatic ring is present, in which alternate carbon of benzene is substituted by nitrogen and remaining carbon is again attached to amino group. Very simple symmetrical structure is there. This structure is called as a melamine. This melamine reacts with formaldehyde and forms the melamine formaldehyde polymer, which is used as a moisture resistance compound, and it is mostly used on decorative tables as well as on kitchen wares and different moisture resistant compounds. This melamine combines with formaldehyde and initially forms the substituted product, that is one hydrogen of amino group substituted by formaldehyde, and it gets converted to primary alcohol. This compound, this substituted product of this step first, further on polymerization forms a condensation polymer, which is also the cross-link polymer. As these CH2OH and CH2OH are present cross to each other, they forms the cross-linked polymer on polymerization. This melamine formaldehyde polymer is also the useful polymer. Now, after formaldehyde polymers, the next polymer is artificial rubbers. Already we had studied the natural polymers, natural rubbers. Now the next part is artificial rubbers. From that we have to study two types. First one is a Buna S and another one is a neoprene rubber, vulcanized rubber, that is also the another part. Now Buna S, that S stands for styrene. This is the commercial name, and trade name is SBR. SBR means styrene butadiene rubber. It is used as a rubber for tires, as well as it is used in various species. Now this you can say that Buna S. It is obtained from two monomer units. First one is a butadiene, which is a but 1,3-diene. It is a diene, and 25% of styrene. Styrene, it is again the ethylene, from which one hydrogen is substituted by phenyl ring. This one is a styrene. Now butadiene and styrene on polymerization, simple addition type polymerization takes place, and you will get the Buna S. Buna S, what happens here? Only the shifting of double bond takes place. This double bond shifts over here, and this bond breaks, and this CH2 links to this carbon and form this Buna S. Neoprene is particularly resistant to petroleum as well as vegetable oils. Hence, it is used in the preparation of hose pipes through which air or oil passes, as well as it is resistant to heat and light. Hence, it is used in the making of transport of gasolines, as well as making gaskets which are used in the engines. It is used for manufacturing insulator cable, jackets, as well as belts for power. This neoprene is used in the preparation of conveyor belts. तुम्हाला ट्रेडमिल वगैरे माहिती असेल, किंवा पिठाची गिरणी असे त्याचा पट्टा असतो. हा जो बेल्ट आहे हा कन्वेयर बेल्टपासून तयार केलेला असतो. कन्वेयर बेल्ट असं त्याला आपण म्हणतो. हे सगळं जे काय आहे हे निओप्रीनपासून तयार केलेलं असतं. त्यानंतर आता हे तर आपली नॅचरल रबर हा पार्ट कंप्लीट होतो आहे. अजून काही सिंथेसिस ॲज वेल ॲज यामधला बायोडिग्रेडेबल पॉलिमर्सचा पार्ट शिल्लक राहिला आहे, तो आपण नेक्स्ट व्हिडिओमध्ये बघू. थँक्यू.